Hey guys, welcome back to the Crafty Couple. Today we've got $3 tree DIYs. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments which one's your favorite. We're also going to be switching between farmhouse, modern, and boho videos. So out of those three, let us know in the comments which style you want to see the most. Or if you have a different style, also let us know. We want to make sure we're making what you guys want to see. Let's jump in and get started.
For this first project, we'll grab these wood planks from Dollar Tree. They are a newer item that I have noticed, and they are at the Crafter Square Dollar Trees. They come in a pack of 6. We will only be using 5 of them today, so 4 of them will be the sides, and then the 5th one we will be cutting in half. Just measure out the middle of one of the planks, make a line, and that's where we're going to cut. What we use to cut all of our wood is this Black & Decker jigsaw. We have really enjoyed it and it's very affordable. And there's a link in the description for that below. After you've cut, you will just need to sand the edges. When all that is complete, we're going to start assembling the box. So you'll take one of the smaller sides and put it onto one of the front pieces. Now you will just hot glue the 2 front pieces together. To give it some extra support, I grabbed these popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree and I just put some hot glue on there and I'm putting it on the inside of the front part. Then just add the other end. Then you will do the same thing for the other side. So glue the 2 ends together and then put the 2 popsicle sticks on top. And then you will just hot glue that part onto the rest of the box. For the base, you could definitely use more of those wood planks, but I decided just to use some foam board. So go ahead and line up the foam board with your box and just trace it out. To stain everything, I used this dark walnut stain by Minwax. I would love to hear in the comments below some of your favorite stains that you use. To make the handles, I'm using one of these 12-inch dowels from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to measure at 3 and at 6 inches, and that will be the actual handle part. And then you will want to cut 4 smaller pieces just to put on the end of the handle so that it sticks out from the box. The pieces don't matter too much in length, just make sure that they are all the same size and that you sand them down. And then we will just hot glue them on. I decided to spray paint it with the Krylon Fusion Gloss Black spray paint. While those are drying, we're going to go ahead and put the base into the box. So put hot glue all the way around and then just slide it into the base. This is what the handles look like after the spray paint, and I really liked how they turned out. You can do these more of a metal color, kind of whatever you feel like. And then just hot glue those on as well. I wanted the front to have a little bit more design to it, so I'm putting, it's going to say number 1 on the front. This stencil is from Dollar Tree, and I'll be painting all of it with the Waverly chalk paint and the color ink. If you are to do this, I would choose just a different number. In the end, it ended up saying no 1 instead of number 1, and that kind of bugged me, so I would choose just any other number. To get the number portion, I will be putting the N from 1 and the O also from 1 on there. And then I just use the I from 9 for the little dot. Then I used just a different stencil that I had on hand to write box, going vertically. Since this is more of a farmhouse design, I went over the top just with some sandpaper to make it look more worn. To fill the box, I'm using these peonies that I got from Amazon, and there's a link in the description below for these. A few people have mentioned that we should show how we put the flowers inside. Let me know in the comments if you like us showing how we arrange things or not. Also, if you're ever wondering on all the products that we used, just check out the description below. And this is what the finished product looked like.
For this project, you're going to need 3 of these candle holders from Dollar Tree, this scented candle, also from Dollar Tree, and we're actually only going to be using the lid for this project. So the candle, you can save that, light it, make the room smell good, whatever you want to do with it. And this box, this little gift box from Dollar Tree, and we're going to use both the top and the bottom for this project. First thing we want to do is go ahead and glue 2 of the candlesticks together. Again, we're just using the hot glue for time purposes for you guys. Use something stronger. E6000 with the hot glue is what a lot of people are saying works well together. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the lid to the gift box for the single candle holder and use that for the base. And then the lid for the actual candle for the top. Go ahead and glue all 3 of those together. For our bigger holder, we're going to use the bottom of the box since it's a little bit thicker. You don't have to remove this sticker completely. I just tried to scrape it away from the edges so that it wasn't sticking out of the base of this candle holder. As you can see there, it covers it up. I just didn't want to have that sticking out, so when you paint it, you could still see that sitting there. It's not really a big deal, just scrape a little bit away. And then for the paint, what we're using is this white Waverly chalk paint. You can grab that at Walmart or online, whatever works easiest for you guys. And then I went through and applied just a couple coats on both of these. Next, we want to take the 2 balls. These are both from Dollar Tree. I got a couple different sizes. I'm just using this charcoal spray paint that we have. Any black spray paint will work just fine. You just want to give it a nice coat so that you aren't seeing all those colors pop through. If there's a gap after we glue all this moss on, the black will just kind of blend in and hide that. And then right here, what I'm doing is just taking this moss from Dollar Tree and hot gluing it all around both balls. And that's going to create our formed topiary that we're going to put on top of the candle holders that we created. Once our paint has dried, we want to go in and add some dimension so that we don't have just a flat white candle holder. I'm using mineral chalk paint and truffle chalk paint, both from Waverly, and I'm going to use a sponge to water down this paint a little bit. I think it looks a lot better than just dabbing the paint on there. Sometimes you get some really harsh lines when you're using just straight paint. That's why I like to do this method. So I'll go through both of these candle holders, the small one and the large one, with mineral all over. And then with the truffle, I'm just going to kind of go over these high points to give it kind of more of a distressed look now. And I think if you do it this way, you will really like how it turns out. I thought it was awesome.
This decor piece I've been trying to figure out a way to dupe for a while. I have seen a lot of other people use cake pans from Dollar Tree, but I decided to use this lime green bucket. I'm going to be spray painting it with this metallic silver spray paint. To get the front piece, just trace out the whole bucket onto foam board. Then make a line somewhat in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, it's just how far up you want the flowers to go. It will line up on the front like this. You can cut it a little bit smaller to go more on the inside of the bucket, but I didn't like how that looked. This is what it'll look like after a few coats of that spray paint. To distress it, I went in with that ink chalk paint that we used before, and I am dry brushing it on, and then I'm taking a wet paper towel to just move all the product all over so it's not so harsh. You'll use this method around the whole entire bucket, and then to give it less of a smeared look, with that same paper towel I started dotting or splotching on to the bucket just to make it have a little bit more texture. Once we finish that bucket with the black paint, you will do the same thing to that front piece of the foam board. Use the same method so that they look very similar. To add just a little bit more rust look, I'm going in with the Truffle chalk paint, also from Waverly. I did the same method, just dry brushing it on and then taking that wet paper towel and just dotting it all over. And then don't forget to work on that front piece as well. When those are finished and dry, we are going to hot glue it onto the bucket. Just put hot glue on the curved portion and put it directly on the bucket. I'm using a little bit of floral foam so that I can put it in the base to fill up just some space, but also to hold the plants in place. This plant is from Walmart. I wanted more of a draping plant and I couldn't find it anywhere at Dollar Tree. The rest of the plants that I'm using are all just succulents or air plants from Dollar Tree. Let me know in the comments below where your favorite place to buy greenery is.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time we upload a new video.